Hey guys, this is Mad Mike here again. I thought I'd like to show you differences between sound locomotives and what they sound like, what the horns sound like, what the bells sound like, and how they sound when they're running. So we're going to start with a lock sound. Sorry for the camera change here. We're starting with the lock sound. This is an Athearn locomotive with lock sound. And we're going to do a startup right now. This is what it sounds like. Okay. Now I'll start running it. As you can see, it's a nice smooth running locomotive. Now we're not really testing locomotives here, we're testing sound. So, here's a little bit of the running sound. Here's the bell. I think it's a really good bell. Now here's the horn. The horn's kind of funny sounding. I don't really like it, but I mean, I guess it's prototypical. Whatever. It sounds really goofy, but here you go. To me, it sounds like a clown horn of some sort or something, but I don't know. It just doesn't sound right to me. Maybe it is prototypical. I don't know, but I'd like to hear your input on that, guys. Here's a coupler sound. Alright, now I'll just go through the sounds. Here's function 4, which does nothing. 5. Here's function 6. Here's function 7. Does nothing. Function 8. Function 8 shuts the locomotive down. So hit function 8 again. Fire it up. Here's function 9. Sounds like the car is going over a crossing. It's kind of cool. Here's function 10. It's like an air release. And function 11 is kind of like a shorter horn. And then function 12 is nothing. So there you have it. There's the lock sound test. Next, I'll be getting into some tsunami sound, or sorry, some QSI sound first, and then later on just some tsunami sound. All right. Okay. Next, we have a switcher unit here. I think it's an SW7, could be an SW8, I'm not really sure on it. When I bought this model, it never came with the box. I'm pretty sure it's an SW7, but if it's not, you guys can correct me on that. Here's the startup on that. That sounds pretty cool. When it's running, it sounds really good. I've got it set up so that it needs a little bit more throttle to start running. Alright. Alright, we'll do the bell bar. You gotta run the bell, and this is fast. I gotta slow it down, but I gotta figure out how to slow it down. If any of you guys out there know how to slow it down, let me know. This is a Proto 2000 QSI sound equipped DCC locomotive. I have no idea how to turn the bell rate down. I've looked on YouTube for it, I've looked on Google, I've looked all over the place. I can't find any instructions on how to turn the bell rate down. So if you guys can send me a message or figure out how to do it and let me know, I'd love to hear from you, because the bell is way too fast. So here's the horn. The horn sounds pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to go through the functions. Here's function 3. I'm pretty sure it's couplers. Yep. And then you got 4 cooling fans. You got 5, which is nothing. 6 is nothing. Well, 6 is air release. 7 is also the same. 8 is mute. 9 is nothing. Well, 9 is also air release. So for some reason, I guess 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9 is all air release, which is weird.
ID 7263. Disconnect.
I guess it just disconnected it by pushing 10.
ID 7263. Disconnect.
Okay. There's 11, which is also like a air. And so is 12. So for some reason there's like 6 functions that do air. I don't understand that. That's the way the locomotive came. I also reset this to factory settings, and this is the way it was set up, I guess, out of the box. Very strange, but whatever. It sounds good and it runs good. That's all I care about. Alright, on to the next locomotive. Okay, here's the next locomotive. It's a GP40-2, and it is a Atlas locomotive. There was the startup right there. Now, let me go through the shutdown procedure here. Okay, there's the low idle out of service mode, just sitting in the yard in a low idle, not in service. It's kind of cool when you can set it to that. It sounds cool in the background. Alright, here's the shutdown. Alright, here's the startup. Okay, here's some running. Here's the bell. Very nice bell. Now the horn is really loud. I like it though. And that's pretty much about it. The rest is cooling fans and the etc. Same as the other ones. So that's it for that one. Alright. Okay, here's the next locomotive. that we're going to do. This is an SW7 as well, nickel plate road. Alright, here's the startup. Alright, now this is a Broadway Limited QSI equipped locomotive. It comes like this from the factory. And here's what she sounds like. Here's what she sounds like running. Very nice running locomotive. Alright. Alright. Now, here's the bell. I really like the bell on this one. They've got it correct. Here's the horn. Very nice. Here's the coupler sounds. And the rest of the buttons are all the same as the other switcher. So, there you have it. That is a, what do you call it? Sound equipped SW7 by Broadway Limited. And on to the next. Okay, here's my last sound locomotive that I have. This is probably the best sound locomotive that I have. It is a Atlas locomotive, GP40-2. And it has tsunami sound installed, and I also installed it myself. The speaker box that I made to install it, I made the speaker box deeper than what was recommended. A lot of people put like a 1/2 inch speaker boxes or whatever, 3/4 inch or whatever. I put a 1 inch deep speaker box in here, and I also ported it, so it gives it more of a bassier sound, not so tinny. But anyways, here's the startup on this locomotive. And this is with the sound actually turned down. So, here's the startup. And here's with it running. This is at speed step 1. I'll run her over all the way to the crossing here. Okay. What I'll do is I'll switch directions, and I'll try and notch it up to the second notch. There's the first notch there. Now the second notch is at speed step 5. And that's exactly how you want it for realistic running. It's running at a realistic speed and a realistic sound. Alright, we'll bring her back. Again, I apologize for the shaky camera and kind of jittering and stuff like that. I do not have a tripod yet. I am planning on getting one very, very soon, probably this weekend. And that way you guys can have a more enjoyable video experience. Alright, now let's try the functions. Here's the bell. That's a decent bell. It's a little fast, but I don't mind it. Here's the horn. Now I'm not really happy with the horn. The horn could be a little louder. It could be, but I mean that's what they hand you, so you know you got to take it. So here's the coupler sound. Oh, sorry, the coupler sound is apparently the horn. 4 is... Oh, sounds like dynamic brakes. And 5 is nothing. 6 is nothing. 7 is nothing. 8 is mute. 9 is nothing. 10 sounds like something in the background, but I'm not sure what it is. Okay, so 11 is coupler smash, and 12 is coupler hookup. Okay. Alright. Now I'm not really sure on how to shut this locomotive down or deselect it. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Digitrax is extremely confusing. So I'm going to try and shut it down here. I think no, it's not that. So anyways, I don't know how to do it. If you guys know how to shut down a tsunami locomotive, message me, and I'll figure it out, and I'll show a video of it shutting down. Actually, if you look at my previous videos a while ago, I do have a video that does show it shutting down. Alright, well there you have it. There's all my sound locomotives and what they sound like. So if you guys are interested in what certain sound locomotives sound like, and there's a great example. Alright, have a good day.